So guys, I'm here right now. I don't even have gloves on. I don't have my goggles on. I don't have anything. I'm on my MX helmet. And the reason I'm coming to you guys right now is because I'm kind of like in a crazy situation. A really crazy situation. If you follow this channel for long, which is nobody has, because it's a small channel, nobody really gives a shit about it. You guys know that I started off with this 919. This 919 was my first bike on the channel, right? It started off me just like roaming around doing crazy shit, you know. It didn't really matter. And so what I got going on now, this thing is nuts. Why am I doing this? I really don't want to. I don't want to do it. Don't make me, please. Nobody's making me do anything. So not a lot of you guys know. If you follow the channel, you'll know that I crashed this thing 2 years ago, a year ago now. Big dent in the tank. That's why I don't vlog on it. I'm kind of ashamed of my my terrible riding skills, you know. It's one of those things. It happens. Everybody goes down. But so I put it on Craigslist. I want my wife to ride with me. I'm tired of her not riding with me. I'm tired of her bitching at me that she doesn't get to ride with me. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna put my 919 on Craigslist. 919 will go up either, and I said we'll trade for Grom, or that's it. That's all I said. We'll trade for Grom. I didn't want to, you know, I didn't want anything else. I don't want anything else. And so trading for the Grom for the wife, and come to find out, she this guy texted or emailed me and he said, hey, I'll trade you for 2006 RMZ 450. You guys know me. I'm all about the supermoto. I love the supermoto. I think it's really cool. And so I was like, you know what? Let me look into this. So I look into the RMZ. It's totally worth the trade, right? Seeing that I have a giant dent here, got a messed up frame slider, you know. Great bike. This bike is the most reliable bike I've ever had in my life. It's got 38,000 miles on it. And still running strong as hell. Don't worry, I'm not getting the chain, guys. Don't freak out. Getting right behind the chain. Brand new chain on it. Dual carbon Danmoto exhaust. Crazy good bike. I was like, hey, I'll trade you for the RMZ. So I was like, let me do a little bit of research. I look into the RMZ. It's worth the trade. Worth my time. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe. I see this little bike out there. It's called XT225. And I'm sitting there thinking like, man, this bike looks cool. Let's see if he'll trade for a 919. Email a dude like, hey, or I text him. I was like, hey, will you trade your 07 XT250 for a Honda 919? He's like, nah, man, I don't like street. I'm gonna stick to dirt, but I'm gonna I was cleaning up. Oh no, I turned it off. Why did I do that? That was a fucking waste of time, wasn't it? Should we foam brush it? You guys think I should foam brush it? Oh, fuck it, I'm paying for it. Anyway, so he's like, nope, sticking to dirt. I'm like, well, that sucks. Maybe I'll trade for RMZ and trade for that bike, just for the wife, you know. She could enjoy an XT225. And so, that's what I did. I'm like, hey, would you take an 07 RMZ 225 for your XT? And he's like, yeah, or an 06. It's an 06 RMZ for your XT. And he's like, yeah, I'll do that, easily do that. I was like, okay, cool. So I'm cleaning the 919. I mean, guys, I literally haven't ridden this bike in probably, shit, man, good year. I moved here, haven't ridden it since. Great bike, love it. Just other bikes are funner and faster. That's just me being shitty though, honestly. And so I got to the point where I was like, yeah, you know what? Let's see if he'll trade. He said yes. So right now I'm cleaning the 909, and the RMZ guy is gonna show up, and hopefully, depending on the condition of the RMZ, if it looks nice enough, I'll trade him for the RMZ. Now, that being said, I'm sitting there, and I'm like, alright, well, I don't want to do all this trading and BS if that 225 looks bad. So today, I'm like, hey, let's go look at the 225 to make sure this is what I want to do. I go and look at that 225, and it is literally the worst, the absolute worst condition dirt bike I've seen in my life. Like, the engine right here, scraped. Plastics on the tail, scraped. Plastic on the headlight, scraped. Plastic on anywhere, scraped. Every single piece of that bike had been scraped to bejesus and back. And so I'm sitting there, I'm like, why is this dude selling this bike for so expensive, right? And like, I don't understand what's going on. And so I'm like, hey, how much did you buy this bike for? He's like, oh, well, I got it for free. So this dude, this is his first dirt bike. He had just learned how to ride dirt on the XT225. So you can imagine what hell it fucking went through while he was trying to learn on it. And he literally did all those scratches this past weekend, which is stupid of him. I don't know if you guys have ever tried to sell a bike, but as soon as it goes up for sale, for me, that thing doesn't get ridden, it don't get touched, ain't nobody sees it no more. Like, that shit stays in the garage until it sells. Because I don't want anything to happen to it, nothing to go down. I want it to sell as beautiful as it should go. You know? And so I'm like sitting there thinking, like, what am I supposed to do? Like, how am I supposed to trade my 919 for an RMZ and make a straight trade? So the new plan is, I'm from Texas. My residency is in Texas. So it would be possible for me to take that RMZ, get a supermoto kit on it. What supermoto? This is the bottom of the hill too. See if we can bump start this real quick, guys. And so get the RMZ, supermoto it, and street title it, send it to Texas, get a street title, make some money, right? Possibly. But this all goes back to the original problem. The original problem is I wanted to get my wife a bike because I don't ride the 919. I'm like, hey, I need to get her a bike. I need to get her in this sport. I got her into gaming. I got her into snowboarding. I got her into mountain biking. I got her into everything. It's her turn to, like, it's her turn. She needs a bike. And so in this whole bajumble of this bike being a piece of shit and him wanting the RMC that I'm gonna get, which is hopefully super, super clean, I honestly just don't know what to do. I don't get it. I don't know what to do. And so right now I'm waiting for the dude to show up and to throw everything on top. The dude's giving me an RMZ plus $500, but he doesn't have a title. And he's acting like it's not stolen, which, let's pray to God it's not. But he doesn't know if it's stolen or not. He has no fucking clue if it's stolen or not. He said, oh yeah, I had the VIN inspected. Okay, well if you had the VIN inspected, you would absolutely know if it was stolen. You know what? Could easily do a wheel on this bitch. Especially that supermoto. Anyway, and so he doesn't know if it's stolen. I don't know if it's stolen. Nobody knows what the fuck is going on. And I really don't want to sell the 919 because it's my baby. It's literally the second bike I ever paid off in my life. Oh, that's not good. Still works. So it's been really iconic for me. I love this bike. Like, it goes, like, it fucking moves, like, it doesn't fuck around. It's a great bike. I've never had any problems with it. The only problem that I have with it is it has 33,000 miles on it. I thought it had 38. It's got 33,000 miles on it. And the battery's kind of dead because I don't fucking turn it on. I turn it on like once a month. And so it's one of those things that I really love this bike. I really love the way it rides. I really love literally everything about it. But I just don't ride it. I don't need it. I'm a bike hoarder. I love bikes. Don't get me wrong. I love them. But I don't need to sell it. I don't want to sell it. But if I can get the RMZ plus the 500 on top and it not be stolen, it'd be a good trade for me because it's dented. I'm not going to get any money from it. Like, I could use an RMZ more than this. I would ride it. I could possibly supermoto it. There's like more options. There's more things I can do with motorcycles if I were to get the RMZ. I could learn how to put a street legal kit on. I could take it to Texas. I could do the title. I could do all this stuff with it. There's like, you know, if anybody buys a new bike, you always want to mods and you always want to do everything. And I'm just torn apart because I don't want to sell a 919. Like I said, it's iconic for me. And so it's an iconic bike and I love it and I've never had any problems with it. Man, I'm kind of convincing myself not to do this trade right now. because I know that every time you buy a new bike, or you risk, or like you buy or trade or sell, you risk trading for a piece of shit. Like, I'm going to ride the other bike, but it's one of those things. If I buy a 4-stroke, that thing could blow up. Dirt bike could blow up any time. Granted, it's only like, I was looking it up, it's like 500 for top end. But if I do worse than that, still work? Cool. Or not. So, I really don't know what I want to do with it. I mean, the whole point was to get my wife a bike, and if I just keep the RMZ and supermoto it, like, I'm not making any progress. We'll see. If this RMZ is sick and it's awesome, then we'll get it. But if not, I'm kind of just like, whatever. But this is my problem. I don't want to do it. Don't make me, please. Well, guys, I really do appreciate you guys watching. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the subs. My channel is almost at, I think, 30,000 views. And for me, that's like a shit ton, seeing that this channel's like 2 years old and I didn't expect anything from it. I know I make some negative comments like, oh, this is a channel that's small, but you guys don't understand how much I Facebook stalk my own channel. Sorry, I'm bobbing and weaving rocks. I Facebook stalk the shit out of my analytics, just kind of looking to see who watches, what they watch, when they watch it, how long they're watching it. And so, hope you guys like and enjoy. I will definitely keep you updated on what happens. If I trade for the RMZ, I'm literally going to edit this one up like as fast as I can, post it, and then like skip all the other videos that are a waiting lineup, post it, and then get some video on the RMZ ripping and dipping, and then I'm pretty much, there's no way I'm going to trade for the XT225, just for the fact that it's in such bad condition. The thing is just torn up. It is just fucking destroyed, though. But thanks, guys. I'll see you guys around the block. Later, haters.